Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Sorry about that, guys. I was just on the phone. Um, Nothing huge. I can continue. So I finished describing this highway where I left off. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you can hear me again. Um, so with that route finished, I'm very happy that I finally have a throughway through this town because it really didn't exist until now. There's kind of a parallel highway here, but it's diagonal and it's not really the most direct route. And then I have an old Naxos highway on this side. Kind of takes advantage of some of the NAM features. Like I kind of like this little cross section here where it goes parallel with this bullet train line and has like a cool little interchange here. Very, very substandard. But it's kind of cool to see, those diagonal parallel ramps and the diagonal standard avenue overpass put together. It's kind of like a folded diamond or whatever you call it in a very small footprint. So I think it looks kind of cool, despite being very out of date and everything. So just wish there were a couple textures here for the Asphalt Highway mod, but they don't exist and I don't expect them to exist. The modder who made the Asphalt Highway system, I don't think he's been active since 2006. Some of the new additions for the Network Atom mod have been patched, like the stack interchange and this thing over here. Where is it? I don't believe this had textures originally, or if it did, it was very primitive. But still, some of the new Network Atom mod connections for the Maxis Highway network don't have an asphalt base. There's also the Highway Restyling mod, the Highway Restyling mod, HRS, and some of that was incompatible with the newest NAM interchanges. But recently, I just found out today on SimCity China, it's a huge Chinese SimCity site, hence its name, you can actually download a patched version of the Asphalt Highway Restyling mod that makes that big Y interchange fully textured. And so that didn't exist. You know what, while looking at this, I think I might have some room here to put in a smooth highway curve available in more modern part of the NAM. Let's take a look. Is that going to fit? Not quite. I think I'm just a tile off. Would definitely look a little bit nicer. But again, it's a nostalgic thing. So where was I? This highway keeps heading through town, very close to the the border with the city. And so you can use this, but it's very typical Maxis highway from my old building style. But the advantage is that it's a full freeway, regards in comparison to the route I just built, which was only a freeway for a portion of the route. This is the area that I completely rebuilt. It starts at the stack interchange, which I didn't want to change because there just isn't enough room here for a four-way junction. And the 3 lanes continue. One exits here for a diamond interchange, which you can barely see now because it's been swallowed by development. Get rid of some of this crap here. And this one as well. Because I worked really hard on building these interchanges, and if they get blocked by development, you can't really see it too much. I know it's just my playing style that I use dense development. So it interchanges pretty tightly with a diamond interchange here. It's a big leg up on what was there originally, and then just continues here to join up with the highway that I built. So that's what I have. That's what I've been working on since this stream started, in addition to this area of town as well. Again, I took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, at least digital blood, sweat, and tears, to build this, road here that has tulips and network widening mod pieces, and you can barely see it. So let's just get some of this stuff out of the way, and actually get some of this Maxis development out. and you can kind of see, what I was working on. Nicely smooth, nicely sloped, and with the turning lane pieces and a center turning lane and everything else that you need. So that was kind of cool. So that's what I was working on. This doesn't look good. I just keep demolishing development until it looks right. I don't care about, demolition costs or whatever. I got lots of money. I still have that stupid police bug that makes safety go down considerably, so I will be trying to figure it out. One of the members suggested deleting all of the police stations in your city and then rebuilding them, and that would get rid of the bug. So I think I'll be trying that next. One sec, somebody's talking to me. You can ask me these questions on Twitch TV. I have a whole comment thing here. One person on the Centropolis chat just asked me, do you use any demand mods for your dense playstyle? And it's true. I do use the super demand mod. I'm a cheater, but that's just my playstyle. That's how I want. I want dense development because that way the heavy transportation connections that I build get the use that they were built for. You got your mic, I see. I've always had a mic. So I can continue to, develop this area if I want to. And again, it's got old traffic generators that I want to get rid of, any way I possibly can. To have that freeway terminate there. This was kind of the old way to get through. Includes, I don't have a Twitch TV account yet. Thanks for your answer. Well, it's real easy to register. Basically, you can just sign up and you can follow me, and you'll find out whenever I start streaming online. You can get an email or some kind of indication, because right now I'm just kind of using posts on Twitter, Facebook, what have you, to kind of advertise when I'm online. But these casts are also available on YouTube. I will be uploading some of the better casts to YouTube for viewing. Some of them actually have a lot of views. To my surprise, I think one already has like 700. So I'm surprised that you guys are that interested in following me, just kind of doing what I'm doing and developing a city, and not my more professional quality UDI videos. I guess it's because you want to see how I am developing the thing. Also, I may as well just tell you now, I had a request from a radio station in Australia to do a kind of over Skype interview with them, and I might actually be doing that tonight, judging on what their availability is, because of course Australia is almost on the other side of the world where I am. I'm in London, Ontario, in Canada, so I think it's like an 18-hour difference or something to get to Australia, so that's pretty crazy. So if I do an interview with them, I will be sure to put that interview on my YouTube channel or something. It's not going to be a video interview. It'll just be with Skype. Maybe we can throw little screenshots, a screenshot or two on the video page where we do the interview. I've already been asked a few questions about it and stuff. So yes, when is the interview? It's not quite sure yet. It could be tonight at 8 o'clock my time. But again, it's all scheduling to when I'm available and when they are available, because of the huge time difference between good old Aussie land and Soviet Kanukistan, as we're called. Canada isn't really Soviet at all. But interesting thing to note. So where was I? Oh, yeah, this was the old connection to get to the multi-highway before I did this. This was the old Diamond interchange, and I just changed it to an overpass. You have to use the Maxis Highway to go over a multi-RHW. Is the only way to do it, because no overpass pieces in the network add-on mod exist to go over half of a Maxis Highway. It doesn't. It just doesn't exist, and there's really no need or demand to build such a thing. So you can work around it by tunneling under it or converting. It doesn't really look the best, but it works. And to me, just like with the rest of the NAM team, it's functionality first and aesthetic second. So it works with me. So I'm just showing you this little area here. It's a weird little house there. I don't know how it got there. It just says Y intersection. That's so crazy. Maintenance cost of $1. I don't need this. I'll put in a little sign or something. I think I'll keep this little intersection because it's kind of cool. It's almost like an interchange of some sort. But I'll get rid of some of these traffic generators. They're really not needed anymore. Replace them with a sign or two. Yeah, there we go. And I don't know, kind of have a straight sign here. I kind of blew this up with the tank when I was just having some fun. So yeah, that's kind of like the old way you used to hook up. Before the real highway existed, you basically used avenues and one-way roads as creatively as you could to try this, what's the best word to say? It's to try and simulate SimCity. Try to simulate a freeway connection. It doesn't really work though because you have like this lane like kind of coming into this one, and that would be totally unsafe on a modern freeway. Right here, I could put like a little curve sign or something. And of course, there's no base texture for this one, so you can put in some trees if you want. Oh, I don't want that. That takes up the whole sign. I have so many tree mods installed. That's not the tree I want. Let's try something else. Yeah, that's better. That looks good. Anyways, I give this game a little bit of a save, and we'll carry on. Just want to make sure it doesn't crash in case something stupid happens, because no matter what I do to this game, no matter how I make it run, no matter how I play it, it just likes to crash whenever it wants to. And I'm pretty sure that's the same on anyone's computer. Yo, Hal Jackie, why isn't Aussie radio station interested in Hal Jackie? No offense. Well, to be honest, I have no idea. I was contacted by them, so apparently there's some kind of a following there that I am not fully aware about. But it would be definitely cool to do some kind of interview. I don't have a lot of details. I did have a rudimentary set of questions that I would be asked. May as well go through some of them right now. I'm just trying to load them up. Yeah, it'll be done over Skype. So it's not going to be like the most professional thing, but it's still good to get my name across and entertain everybody. So some of the questions are, what was your first video game console and game? What got you into the SimCity series? And were you sucked in with the original game, the original SimCity game, or for a later one? Another question is, what got you so interested in SimCity 4 interchange design? And how did I get so interested that I started contemplating things like the interchange guide for the Real Highway mod? And what else? It's just asking me what other games I play. As you guys know, I also play StarCraft a lot. I'm not a huge, professional player, but I enjoy StarCraft. It's a real-time strategy game. It's so involved that when you're playing StarCraft, it's completely different from SimCity because you need to be fully involved. You cannot have any distractions. Here I can just plop something and sit around and wait for it to come. But StarCraft, you're just hands-on all the time. If you divert your attention from that game, your opponent's just going to kill you. So it's a big change, but I do a little bit of it. I think I did try a couple test streams of StarCraft on my Twitch account. It seems to be the most popular game on Twitch TV. I also follow a couple of the players on Twitch TV, including Maximus Black, if you guys know who that is. And maybe I'll be doing a little bit more in the StarCraft field every now and then. But again, I'm not like a super serious player. But I gotta say, I am kind of good. I'm in the Diamond League for 1 versus 1, if you know what that is, North America server. Phone calls from Canada to Aussie would be like swagrillions of dollars for like 5 seconds. So Skype is very economical. Yes, of course that is. I would assume that if I were to do a conversation with somebody in Australia, it would be over Skype or through the internet. If not, I would have them foot the bill because obviously it would be a lot of money, even if you have like a calling card or a plan or something, because that stuff would be going up into space. There's no phone cables to connect you to Australia. Yes, Skype is free, and this guy says he sees me everywhere. Well, I am on Twitch. I'm also found on YouTube, of course, Metropolis SimCity 4 Devotion. I've got a page up now on Facebook. If anyone's interested in liking that, it's basically just facebook.com/HalJackie, and I'll be posting there every now and then, when I'm online, the stream, or any big posts I make, or what have you. So I'm there. I tried like a blogger thing, but it wasn't really for me. I also did that Tumblr thing, but again, just didn't really stick with me. Twitch, I think, is a good way to do it because you can kind of see what I'm working on, and I can upload it to YouTube later. So that gives anybody who didn't have a chance to watch the stream, watch it at their own leisure and can skip through parts that they may not be very interested in. I also have a Twitter account. I don't really go on Twitter a lot, but I do post to it like through other means, like the Add This application for Firefox and stuff like that. So yeah, it was kind of interesting to kind of explore social media and integrate it with SimCity. Again, it's a game that came out before any of these things were off the ground, so there's not a whole lot of social media interaction with SimCity, at least this SimCity, not the next one. Of course, there's SimCity Social. It's got social in its name. I have not tried that. I have something like a ridiculous amount of requests now on Facebook, like 72 requests to play the game. I just don't want to. I just don't want to do it. But the new SimCity, I'm sure, will be much more integrated with social media and sharing on sites like Facebook and Twitter and everything else that's around. So yeah, if you're interested in following me or seeing anything else that I'm doing in this day and age, you can just follow my Twitter, twitter.com/HalJackie. I can put a link in the sidebar if you want, but you can just search for me. YouTube and Twitch and stuff. So yeah, getting my name out certainly helps me a lot and helps you guys out because the more I'm involved in playing this game, the more I can stream and feel confident about what I'm doing. So I'll just do a little bit more of a tour of this city. This is kind of like the old terminus of the multi-highway. Again, traffic generators galore. I don't know why I did this. But you basically have like the collector lanes here break up to interchange with this road and that road and meet back up. Then it kind of becomes after that little tunnel thing, it becomes a dual highway, which I like to call. This is just killing my frame rate here. Just get rid of some of these things. This is kind of the old signage I had. Before I had the GTR signage, I put in kind of more of a German-themed Autobahn stuff. So if you kind of look at it, it's can't really see too much. Now it's got like the blue sign and stuff for the Autobahn. Oh yeah, I forgot. I want to go back to some of the questions I was being asked for the interview. Basically, a few other ones is, yeah, what do you like to play other than SimCity? I pretty much mentioned StarCraft and kind of a lot of other older games for the Super Nintendo and N64. I love my N64 and Super Nintendo, and I'm happy they still work. I did have a Wii. I had a Wii since the day it came out, and it broke around Christmas time of last year. And the cost to fix it was actually more than buying an entirely new Wii. And so that kind of sucks because, I have a lot of downloaded games and things from their Wii Shop channel on it. So, it makes me think about, do I really want to fix it or not? But I'm fine with SimCity and everything right now. So yeah, I like to play a lot of the older games, stuff I grew up with, right? Kind of like, how people watch movies. on from when they were kids or when they grew up with, like people, baby boomers will watch movies in the 50s and 60s a lot because they can relate to it because that's what they grew up with, and kind of the same with me in a video game kind of way. This is another one of the newer textures for the Asphalt Highway mod. This was done by Only Plays 4. Some of you older members of the community might remember Only Plays 4, and the situation about him. I miss him dearly. It kind of sucks what happened to him. He went very early. So a couple other questions were basically, will you ever bring back the GTR? If some of you aren't aware, the GTR was my mayor's diary kind of thing, or city journal that I made on Centropolis and SimCity 4 Devotion between 2007 and 2009. Was very well received. It won the best city journal on Centropolis. They only give one of those out a year, so I was very honored to win something like that. It's still not in the Hall of Fame. I would like to see it in the Hall of Fame. I'm not suggesting that any of you nominate it or anything, but it'd definitely be kind of cool to see it up there with some of the bigger ones, like the Three Rivers region by Diagran, and what was the other one, like Adoon Valley and Centropia and by Gironi. It'd be kind of cool to see that, but I don't know if it's up to snuff with those kind of things, but it's definitely my own play style. But it was retired, and I don't think I'll ever bring it back because it was just so much work, and I think it'll live on, as a classic Mayor's Diary or City Journal or whatever you have it. A couple other questions. Have you met any other important or non-important people from the community in real life? I actually have not, other than just a couple of friends of mine who are pretty interested in what I do from the local area. There's actually a couple of members from Centropolis and SimCity 4 Devotion that live near me. Some of the bigger ones you might know include Anuni Moose, Just Another Sim, I think was in the London area not too long ago, and I think his name is called Bipin or Bpin. He's in London as well. So yeah, we should probably meet up sometime and see. So I think that's about it. Have you met any other important people or wish to meet anyone else? Well, Dirk, the webmaster of Centropolis, is not too far away. He's in the Greater Toronto area. So I would, at some point, be kind of cool to meet him. Just a couple other people from Toronto that I'm kind of missing out on. Oh, I think it almost crashed there. I think I bought SimCity 4 because of your YouTube videos about the GTR Superhighway. This is actually the highway that I filmed for that video, right here. And it's also the one that I kind of built the new interchange on. I made that, what was it, like early 2008 or something? So believe it or not a whole lot has changed that entire route. That video, though, has got a lot of views. I think it's one of the few ones that I have over 100,000 views. So it's definitely a popular one. And I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you got SimCity 4 for that. So this is kind of like the terminus of the multi-highway. Kind of coming over here, it loses the collector thing. So what I can do for the next stream, because I'm probably going to cut it off here, is basically redevelop this interchange here. A lot of people have also been demanding or requesting that I do a playthrough at some point, like developing a completely new city from scratch. And I think I might actually get onto that now that I have Twitch kind of figured out and have settled into it and everything. So I could do a city completely from scratch. But if I am to do that, it will be a long playthrough because I don't build fast. I do everything kind of in spots. Every once in a while, I'll do one part of a city. I might spend a week or more to do just like a small part of the city, like this area, for example. and then it might take another week or so to build this. So it takes a long time, and then I got to worry about connecting everything up and what have you. So if I do something like that, it would be a long playthrough. But I also think it would be interesting just to see how my playstyle may be different from yours. You'd enjoy watching it. I know it's just the problem is that it's a huge undertaking, and it takes a long time to render all the parts and stuff. But doing it from Twitch, I'm able to directly upload to YouTube from my Twitch feed, which saves the rendering trouble. I know the quality isn't the best. It's only 720p. It's not really very good 720p, but I think it's good enough, and I can always do the more professional 1080p, videos that I am kind of known for on YouTube at certain points as I develop that city. So maybe I'll be doing something like that starting next week or within the end of the month of September. But yeah, I don't think I want to do a whole lot more development. I know I spent most of this stream talking, but I hope you enjoyed listening to it. And yeah, I might have that interview tonight, depending on how things go, but no guarantees. They have me on their list. Reminds me of the repair cost for Apple products. Oh, for the Wii? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm not really an Apple guy myself. I don't really fit in with that clique or clan or whatever you have. What are they, hipsters? I guess Apple's more mainstream now, but I had an iPod. I bought an iPod mini, and it broke within a year. So I just said, you know what, I'm never going to get an Apple product again if they're going to build products that just break. And even newer products, I think, can be a little bit more hectic as well. So yeah, I think I will end that here. I'm going to get to work on fixing this stupid safety bug that's been bugging me for a little bit, and maybe doing some preparation work for doing a playthrough of building a new city tile. So hopefully you enjoyed this cast, guys. I guess I will talk to you later. I don't know when I'll be streaming next, but I will certainly have this this cast, if you want to call it a cast, on YouTube, and any new playthroughs or anything that I do will be on that as well. All right, so have a good weekend, guys, and take care. I will see you soon.